Hey there, nostalgia lovers. Welcome to a place where memories come alive and the past feels just a heartbeat away. If you clicked on this video, you're probably ready for a trip down memory lane, so buckle up because if you remember these things, I promise you had a real childhood. We're about to revisit some of the best moments that made growing up so unforgettable. Let's start with something classic, the kind of memory that instantly brings a smile to your face. Picture this, you're walking down the street, maybe it's summer. Maybe you're licking a melting ice cream cone, and then, there it is. The world felt so much bigger and brighter back then, didn't it? A Cadillac with those crazy spaceship fins. Those cars were like rolling works of art and they turned every head on the block. Did you ever think, man, that car looks like it might just take off? I know I did. It was like seeing a rocket ship parked right in your neighborhood. There was just something about those cars that made every parking lot feel like a rocket launch pad. You could almost hear the countdown in your head as you walked by. Now let's talk music wars. Because back then, your favorite pop star was practically a part of your identity. Raise your hand if you've ever argued over Debbie Gibson versus Tiffany. Those debates could last for hours, and everyone had a strong opinion. You were either Team Electric Youth or Team I Think We're Alone Now. There was no in-between, and you wore your allegiance like a badge of honor. Friendships were tested, dance routines perfected in the living room, hairbrush microphones in hand. Every living room became a stage and every song was a performance. Admit it, you still know all the words to Only in My Dreams. And you probably still sing them when no one's around. Remember when King Tut was everywhere? It was like ancient Egypt had a pop culture takeover. I mean, you couldn't swing a yo-yo without seeing Tut's face on t-shirts, lunchboxes, and even cereal boxes. Egyptian motifs were the coolest thing ever for a while. For a while I thought Egypt ruled the world of pop culture. Collectibles, stickers, and even cartoons had that unmistakable Tut vibe. We probably all tried to walk like an Egyptian at least once. Bonus points if you did it at a school assembly. And let's be honest, some of us still remember the moves. And of course, the black light. The ultimate room upgrade for any cool kid. Who else had a room with a psychedelic poster that only made sense under that glowing purple haze? It was like stepping into another universe every time you turned it on. Maybe it was a neon tiger, or maybe it was one of those trippy, swirling galaxies. Either way, it was pure magic. Either way, the black light turned your room into a private concert, and you felt like the coolest kid on the block. Friends would come over just to see the glow. Let's not forget how we used to get stuff done before Google. Research meant flipping through encyclopedias, and communication was a whole different game. If you were really in a bind, you didn't text, you didn't search online, you called the operator. That was your lifeline to the world. 0 for the operator, please. It was the original help button and it always worked. Whether you needed a phone number or just some good old-fashioned human help, the operator was your lifeline. There was always a friendly voice on the other end. Try explaining that to anyone born after 2000. They'll think you're talking about a movie villain. The idea of calling a real person for help is almost science fiction now. And speaking of movies, who here watched spy shows and wanted to be 007? I sure did. Every episode made you believe you could save the world with just a little imagination. Give me a cardboard tube and I was suddenly James Bond, sneaking around the house, saving the world from imaginary villains. Every hallway became a secret lair, every sibling a potential double agent. Admit it, you practiced your best British accent, because every super spy had to sound super cool, and maybe, just maybe, you still do it for fun. So if any of this sounds familiar, congratulations, your childhood was absolutely epic. You grew up in a time when imagination ruled and every day was an adventure. Drop a comment and tell me which one of these memories hits you hardest. I want to hear your stories and favorite throwbacks. And hey, if you like this little nostalgia trip, smash that like button and subscribe for more blasts from the past. There's so much more to remember together. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time, memory makers. Until then, keep those memories alive and keep smiling.